A man accidentally ended up on the island of Lilliput. He was bound from head to toe. Even his number 135 canvas shoes were tied off. Paul screamed, his wooden frame ripped off. He stood up, convinced he must be dreaming. Just then, the general driving the BMW pounced on him with his spear. Several soldiers took out hooks, stuck them in Paul's hips, and began pulling. Unable to hold himself up, Paul fell on his back and fainted. When he regained consciousness, he was tied up again and loaded onto a cart and slowly carried to Lilliput. The wise princess had never seen such a big man. The next day, Paul was taken to a field. The cart began to move on the ground. Just then, the palace was attacked by enemy assassins. The general quickly turned the steering wheel and drove Paul back to the palace to save the emperor. Paul, just like Zhao Si, raced to the palace at a speed of 60 kilometers per second. The general ordered Paul to lie down and jumped out with the intention of rescuing the princess by himself. He ordered all the soldiers to get down, but Karl knew that the general was boasting again, so he untied Paul's shackles and begged him to help save the princess. At this critical moment, Paul arrived first, grabbed the two assassins and threw them into the fish pond. In this way, he easily rescued the princess. By the time the general arrived, the battle was over. He expressed his immense gratitude to Paul. The king was still trapped in the burning palace, so Paul rushed in again. He reached out and tried to free the king, but the flames burned his hand. In a panic, he took off his huge shorts. A stream of yellow water burst out, and in an instant, the fire was completely extinguished. Although the smell was not very good, it was still effective. Just then, the competing general arrived. The man instinctively turned his head away. He had just won a point, Fugen, and he gave all his points to the general without losing a single point. When the king came downstairs, the atmosphere was completely gloomy, just filled with the smell of grumbling. Fortunately, the king did not get angry, but accepted the man as his savior. A special table had been set for this purpose that evening, but the man picked up the entire plate of fruit and put it straight into his mouth. It seemed as if it was not enough to fill his teeth. He ate for a long time, but still felt full. However, this did not affect his ability to reason in the least. He insisted that he was an Ultraman, torturing all the little monsters who refused to obey him. He almost believed it himself. The people of Lilliput looked at him with envy. The next day, the king arranged to have a villa built for the man by the sea as a token of gratitude for saving his life. From then on, the man reached the pinnacle of his life in Lilliput. Not only was there someone to make coffee for him, but there were dozens of people to collect shells. Even thousands of people would be attracted to watch a film. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel to watch its next part.